welcome to the second Fashion Los Angeles Awards, brought to you by the Daily Front Row. The fashion world has flown in from all over the world to join us tonight. Albert and Karine flew in all the way from Paris. Gigi flew in from New York just for this occasion. And Kate Hudson and Jen Meyer came all the way from the Pacific Palisades, which at 5 p.m. can take just as long. Before we officially get started, I just know that coming to a big fashion awards event like this, everyone has one question on their mind. What is the hashtag? Well, let me tell you, it is hashtag FLAS 2016 and at Daily Front Row. So now that we all have that out of the way, it's always amazing how the Daily brings us all together. Just last year, I was here presenting to Gigi, and I remember we all walked away feeling it was such a memorable evening. The Daily and the FLAs represent that incredible intersection of fashion and Hollywood, and knowing that there are some true show-stopping moments ahead. The first award of the night is presented by one of the most stunning, fashionable ladies in Hollywood, Jennifer Lopez. Woo! Oh, sure, yes. Well, no, but go ahead, you know. She's here to present the award for Best Women's Stylist to her good friend stylist, Rob and Marielle.
Okay, now thank you. Okay, this is the first time I'm at this event. This is very lovely to see all of you. It's no secret to anyone in this room that style is in what the fuck? Now I can't read. We were just talking about this. I hate doing this. Okay. I do this because I love you. That's the only reason I'm here. I love you so much. It's no secret to anyone in this room that style is an important expression of an extension of who we are as artists. As someone who wears many hats, creating the right look, no matter the occasion, takes dedication, taste, and talent. Rob Zongardi and Marielle Hahn and I have been through a whole lot together. The past few months alone, we pulled off, was it 15? 15 costume changes at the AMAs, red carpet moments, including the Golden Globes, Shades of Blue press tour, American Idol looks once a week, and we created a whole Vegas show. Yes, we did. For me, I did all that stuff too. Okay. But they dressed me, and I looked amazing every single moment. They get my sensibilities, and they're not afraid to push me to try new things. We spend so much time together. They've become like a second family to me. Their talent is only surpassed by their heart and dedication. I couldn't be more proud to work with them and to present Rob and Marielle with the Daily Front Row's Women's Wear Stylist of the Year Award tonight. Listen, you come up now. You come up now. Okay, there's one for both. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you. Do we both? Or do we have to share? Listen, we're first. Take it.
Oh, God.
Say something.
We're going to say something.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you, Jennifer, for everything, for always inspiring us and coming here tonight. I know it's a lot to ask, but you're here. I always wish there was an award for stylists, and now that we're here and we have one, I kind of feel like I'm going to throw up. So.
We've been talking about that all day. First, as Marielle said, we'd like to thank Jennifer for always being there for us, especially tonight. You continue to push boundaries, break records, and we are forever grateful to be on this journey with you. We admire and are inspired by your ability to constantly raise the bar, thus raising the bar for us as well. We love and appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here tonight.
I'm proud of you.
We would also like to thank the Daily Front Row for creating such an award and acknowledging us. We go through our whole careers behind the curtains, not expecting praise or acknowledgement for what we do. So to be recognized tonight is such an honor.
I think I'm going to wing it.
Go.
There's a certain code of camaraderie that happens between stylists that we all share with each other, and it's a pace, it's the personalities, it's the politics, it's only a lifestyle that if you're a stylist, you understand. If you're not, you don't really understand, and that might be okay. So, I don't know, it takes so many people to help us do what we do, between our agents, our managers, our business managers, Rob's dad, who makes sure we're running a healthy business, our assistants, our tailor. Am I missing anything? Families, friends, my husband personally, who makes my smoothies every morning. He makes sure I take my vitamins, and he feeds me when I come home late from work. And your support and your love and your smoothies keep me going more than you know. So thank you. And thank you for always inspiring us. And thank you for creating such an award. And thank you for being my best friend.
I was J-Lo once for Halloween. I put on a juicy jumpsuit, and I got a toothbrush, and I pasted down my baby hairs. I put on high-heel Timberlands, and it was a wrap. Anyway, all right, so. Next up, we have a very special award. Last year, I was lucky enough to present Model of the Year to this divine creature who's one of my longtime friends. She flew in specially to present Magazine of the Year to Corrine Reutfeld for her extraordinary magazine, CR Fashion Book. Gigi has been on the cover twice, the only model to earn that top honor. Let's give a warm welcome to Gigi Hadid.
Okay, 2 years ago I hosted it and I didn't get a teleprompter, so I'm really pissed about that. But anyways, Magazine of the Year. What makes CR Fashion Book? To me, it's respect. I know that technically tonight we're celebrating CR Fashion Book for this past year, but it wouldn't be what it is without Corrine's unwavering respect for quality throughout her career. You can tell how Corrine operates even by the way she packed only a carry-on for her 10 days at New York Fashion Week. That is virtually unheard of ever, let alone in fashion. But anyways, she packed her signature pieces as a base. She knows of their quality. But each season, she'll obsess over one or two pieces and introduce them to the fashion world as a CR staple. This season, that new piece in her carry-on was a white Vuitton coat. I think Corrine shows that same mentality in every issue of CR Fashion Book. She respects and pulls from her world-renowned past in the industry, which gives each image its legendary feeling. She has said she likes things that get better as they age, and what I soon discovered after she put a 17-year-old unknown me on the cover of CR, that once Corrine believes in you, you become part of a legacy. Whether she's speaking to Beyoncé during her cover shoot, a new face on her first big editorial set, the world's most famous photographer, or even the manicurist. If Corrine has you on her set, she respects you, and that commands the respect that the industry undeniably has for her. Each issue showcases CR's signature pieces, which is the photographers and people she's loyal to, but never fails to let you know who or what she believes in and is inspired by each season, in and out of fashion. She unapologetically pushes for what she loves, the same way she unapologetically wore that white Vuitton coat almost every day of New York Fashion Week, while still keeping her trademark black pencil skirt, lace stockings, and strappy heels on full display. Corrine, with each page that you grace with your unmistakable fashion stamp, you celebrate the wisdom that has made you fashion royalty and are loyal to the people that inspire you, while reminding us to still celebrate, learn from, and create with what is new. You have made CR Fashion Book forever iconic and forever young. On a personal note, thank you for believing in and guiding me these past few years, and for being an unequivocal mentor and friend. My career would be unrecognizable without you. 3 years since it was hard for me to believe you wanted Bruce Weber to shoot me for the cover of CR, let alone work with me. It's so surreal to be back on the cover of the magazine that changed my life. and I'm more than honored to present you and the whole team at Sierra Fashion Book with Magazine of the Year. I love you.
She almost makes me cry, you know. Tonight, I don't think this dress going to carry on. I have to own it, you know, especially for you. Sorry, I have to wear my glasses. I am so proud to accept this award of Best Magazine of the Year. Sierra Fashion Book Issue 8 is about America, and as a French girl, I'm very happy to be here in LA to celebrate. Thanks so much, Branduza. Where are you?
I'm here.
Thanks so much, Branduza and the Daily Front Row. You know, I have fun doing my magazine, and I want to thank my young and hard-working team who never let me down. You know them, Gigi, no? All of them. I'm full of ideas every day, and my team is here to make my fantasy real. In fashion, I have no fear. But in life, you have to fight. I'm thankful to be surrounded by great people, and thanks to Stephen Gunn, who gave me a chance to do this magazine. We have a lot of freedom, and freedom is the best power. We discover new icons, new talented photographers, artists, writers, and creative. We become a family. We do this because we are curious and we push the limits, but always with pleasure to doing it. I decided to put Gigi on the cover 2 years ago by Bruce Weber, and Gigi is back on the cover of Sierra Fashion Book today by Sebastian Faena. Oh my God. Gigi, you were a baby, no? But I believe in you, and now, look at you. You become an icon, and even more transparent than me tonight. I hate you. Karl Lagerfeld said that I give to people more talent than they already have. Thank you, Karl, for this compliment, for your constant support and friendship. You will repeat it, son, to him. Don't forget. Can you believe this is our first cover together with Karl for Daily? And please keep it. Maybe it will be, I don't know, an iconic one, I hope. We love to find the next one, of course, but we also love to work with great talents, such as Beyoncé when we first started, or Lady Gaga for our last cover. Gaga, for me, you are now one of the smartest girls in the business. You always reinvent yourself, and I consider you as a friend. True? Sierra Fashion Book is growing up every day, and I want to thank my family and my granddaughter, Romy. She's almost 4 years old, and she gives me every day the love to work hard and always look forward. And thank you to my son, Vladimir, for being here tonight. Oh, I forgot. My new bracelet.
What a year it has been for our next presenter, the unbelievable Lady Gaga. This woman first became famous as a pop star, but her talents had only begun there. Not only did she win a Golden Globe and dominate at the Super Bowl with a flawless national anthem, she created the most emotional and moving experience at the Oscars with her performance of the nominated song Till It Happens to You. Right now, she's here to present Best Designer Debut to her best friend, fashion designer and stylist Brandon Maxwell, who premiered his collection in September 2015 and presented his wildly successful second season in New York last month. Please welcome Lady Gaga.
And congratulations, Corinne. I mean, you really deserve that award so much. I mean, I know that we all here look up to you so much, and you are truly my friend, really.
Thank you.
Thanks for always wearing my engagement ring during shoots to keep it safe. I am here today because I get to help honor my best friend, somebody that I have known for almost 10 years now. you know, the amazing thing about Brandon is that he started with just a dream, like any artist, you know, young kid in Texas, going through his mother's clothing, putting on her furs, playing with her pearls, pinning things, cutting things, getting yelled at because you ruined mommy's blouse, because you had a life of passion within you. I feel so blessed every single day that I get to work with you, and I just have to say, I've been working in and out of fashion since the beginning of my career now, and it's so nice to see a designer that drapes himself. It's extremely beautiful to watch. It's like poetry, and when I am privileged to be in there while you're doing it, it's extremely magical. I'm very proud as your friend, because I remember the first day he called me and he said, "Okay, I have something to tell you. I think I want to be a fashion designer." I was like, yes, we all know this. We know this day was coming. We've been waiting for this. I'm so glad you've come to the party. And it's such a testament to his personality that he wouldn't even be able to perceive of what other people see in him, that we're all waiting for him to make a collection. And he just is so worried that I would feel, that I would feel unloved in some way. I remember you saying that to me, that you wanted me to feel that your focus was on my career and supporting me. And the best thing that you've ever done for our friendship is support yourself and follow your dreams. It's extremely inspiring, and I think the thing that makes your clothing so special is that you truly love to dress these women, and you love to make them feel happy. You love to make clothes that not only fit them perfectly, but give them a sense of their womanhood, that they're not just wearing, a cool piece, that they want to be seen in the cool piece. They're in something, the piece is a part of them. It's like the garment is another part of their body. For 3 years before this very nice introduction that you gave me, had, kind of one of the hardest times in my life ever. And you were by my side every single day to, pick me up and help me to face the entire world when I felt very sad. And I'm very grateful to you for that, because, when you become famous when you're young, it's almost like you stop growing up. And I needed my sweet gay best friend to help me become a woman. And you really did. There was something liberating about taking off the fishnets and the leather and knowing that I was good enough to wear a ball gown and that I could be proud in one. And thank you for that type of woman that you have created. It's something that now we can feel good about being, feel confident, know that there's a designer that isn't just concerned with having his clothes be seen on the hottest, biggest stars. It's all about it fitting fucking perfect and being tailored to perfection. So thank you for blessing us so much with your talent. I'm so proud of your first 2 seasons, and I love you so much. And I just always believed that you would be the greatest new designer in America, and I just know that I'm right. So here you go. Hold on, you need to take one of these now.
Okay, I really know that everybody says it, but I really feel like I might pass out, so if I do, just grab me. Yeah, here. So I want to thank the Daily and Brando, so thank you so much. feel like really I might throw up, honestly. This is so not cheek at all. Okay, so I'm not very fashionable and whatever, so I'm just gonna say how I feel. I'm just like a chubby kid from Texas who came on a high school trip here once and is like, what the hell is happening 13 years later? So I just wanted to say I'm from a very, very small town where this was really not a dream for me. You know, it was not possible. Like, I never thought this could ever happen. And I was weird and gay, and I felt really uncomfortable going out on the weekends because I thought, oh, maybe I'll get beat up or nobody will talk to me. And my girlfriends would stay home with me every night. I had 4 of them, and they would let me put extensions into their virgin hair that I bought for $9. I would cut up my mom's Oscar de la Renta dresses in plastic bags and make 2 different dresses from them. I would then go to CVS and buy cameras and photograph them in carports and random places. And I really, really thought I was like Patrick DeMartini at 13. And but the only reason I was able to survive and get by was because of those women. Some who are here today. And then I knew I had to move to New York because, you know, my dad was like, maybe you could work in politics. And I was like, I don't know how to spell, so that's not going to work. So I was like, I have to move to New York. And I was like, maybe I'm never going to meet somebody in my life like these girls again, so I'll be sad forever. And I was really young, and a girl walked through the door and said hi, and just gave me a hug. And she let me brush her hair, and she let me put clothes on her and help her with her makeup. And when I went through a breakup, she would fly across the country and come in the middle of the night. When I was having a hard time, she would talk to my parents on the phone. When I hated everything about my life, she came to me every day and told me I was good enough. When I wanted to make a dress for my first time with my own 2 hands, she wore it, and she acted like it was the most beautiful thing she'd ever worn in her whole life.
It was blue velvet.
Yeah, it was. But truly, I know I don't live in Hollywood, and I think it's very, very fun here. But I'm not from here. I think you're all beautiful and amazing, and but you know, back in New York, I had a true friend who was there for me, and I know that I'm not here without you, and it would never have been possible. And my point about Hollywood is that you all seem lovely, but I've met a few who are not, and I feel like you are obviously legendary and very talented and a big star, I understand, but the person that you've been to me, the things that you put out into the world and say what you are is truly what you are at home. And I'm very happy that I have this career, and I'm very thankful for all that you've done for me in that way, but I'm more proud of the things that you've done for me at 4 o'clock in the morning for almost the past 10 years of my life, and for truly keeping me alive, so thank you very much. And on that note, I also just want to, they're not here, but I just want to thank my parents, because I'm sure that took a lot for me to come home in kindergarten and be like, I have a boyfriend. My mom was like, let's talk about that in 12 years maybe. But she really stood by me, and my dad stood by me as well. And when I wanted to start the company, you know, he really held my hand and was there for me. So I want to thank them very much, and also all my siblings and my grandparents. I also want to thank Bobby Campbell, who's here somewhere, and Stephen Gann, and I see the Chows here, who when I wanted to do my first show helped me very much, so thank you. And I want to thank the retailers that have really helped us. You know, I grew up in a clothing store, and my grandmother was a buyer, and I went there every day after school. And this is all I really know how to do. So when I was at the store the other day and I saw clothes, I was like, thank God, because if not, I don't know. I guess I would have been doing this in Longview, like, and dressing someone up to go to Olive Garden or whatever. But I'm really happy happy to be here. And also thank you to all the women who have worn my clothes, and I really, it means more to me than you could ever understand. And I'm just really, really happy to be here and not be, working at Walmart. I love that store though, but I really do. It's my favorite store, but I'm happy to be here too. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for being here, and congratulations. Moving on to another hot Hollywood hunk. This guy. It's not funny because you are a hunk. I'm just like, I didn't. Okay. So this guy is always incredibly well dressed, and he does it with what looks like zero effort. Want to know how he does it? Well, he's here to present Gene Yang with the award for Best Men's Stylist, Keanu Reeves.
Thank you, Nicole. Good afternoon. Thank you for that introduction. I first met Gene Yang in 1998 in the spring while we were working together on a publicity shoot for a film. I didn't know it at the time, but my life just changed for the better. I was first struck by Gene's taste, meticulousness, and professionalism. Over the years, I have had the privilege to get to know your character, her warmth, your strength, your humor, your energy, your creativity, your passion, and your vision. Great stylists bring not only their taste and their vision, but collaborate. They take you into account. Gene has helped and guided me and directed me, as well as she has for so many others, to present themselves for that event, that show, that photo, that ceremony, for that moment, to present themselves in the best possible way. That is Gene's gift to you. And your gift not only transcends, I know, my work and all the others you've touched work, but our lives. So it is my honor to present the Los Angeles Fashion Award for Best Men's Stylist 2016 to the amazing, wonderful, beautiful Gene Yang.
I'd like to thank the Daily Front Row, Eddie Brandusa. Eddie, that article was so beautiful. I'd like to thank Keanu, and I will never forget years ago a casting director who told me that he was always cast as the one, or kind of like the savior of the future, because of the fact that it was sort of, you couldn't tell what his ethnicity was, where he came from. And it's something that's always struck me, and it's actually really striking me now with what's going on in the world. And I feel very lucky that we're in the community that we're in, because we're so welcoming of difference and diversity. It's so important that in the place that we're at, that we keep doing what makes us different. Because the rest of the world, you can see there's been this sort of crucible where it's kind of burning off, and we're seeing a lot of people who don't like people being different. And so one of the things that always strikes me is my mother, who's here, and I'm so thankful to her, because she came here with $20. I mean, she flew to America, and with her $20, the first thing she wanted to do was buy a banana and some chocolate, you know. She worked 3 jobs and put my brothers and I through college, boarding schools, bought us our first cars. She even put my father through college. And the thing that she taught me was to work hard. And it wasn't until recently she told me a story about how when she first came here, she was working in a chicken canning factory. And she was working so hard that the other women told her, "You got to slow down. You're ruining everything for us. You're ruining the curve." And she literally was actually physically threatened. And she decided, okay, this is not for me. I'm going to go into another world. And she actually ended up going into fashion. She started a clothing manufacturing line, and it was a really welcoming world. And I feel very lucky to be a part of it. I really, with this small platform, I'm very thankful, but I really would like everybody in fashion to keep doing what makes us so special and so different, because we really are on the forefront, even more so than in Hollywood, to celebrate what's going on with what makes everybody so individual and so different. I mean, Gaga, you're out there doing what makes you so different and celebrating it, and it's so important. Kareem, with your magazine, it helps us celebrate what makes us so individual. I mean, that's what fashion's about. We celebrate who we are. And so I'd like to thank everybody, but most of all, I'd like to thank my husband and my daughters. My husband every morning gets me my coffee, and my daughters, I've been flying around the world, and he's always there for me. He's the most important thing, and even though I've won this award, I really feel like every day I win an award when I get to go home to them. So thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to play a guessing game. Does anyone remember who won Designer of the Year at this awards last year?
Jeremy.
Yes. Does anyone else? No? He's cute, he's gay, he's curly. Do you have curly hair? Where is he? Yeah, he does. He runs the House of Moschino. Yes! Okay, so Jeremy Scott is here to present the award to Bella Hadid with Model of the Year.
Okay. I just got off a flight from Rio, so this is very off the cuff, but I'm here because I love you so much. If anyone hasn't had the pleasure to meet Bella, please make the opportunity to do so, because she's been very well raised. She's a well-mannered girl. She's a well-rounded girl, and she's a beautiful girl, inside and out. Let's talk about some of these wonderful things that have happened this year for her. Covers on V, 17 Allure, Wonderland, just to name a few. She's been shot by some of the top photographers: Stephen Klein, Terry Richardson, Patrick de Marchelier, David Sims, Mert Marcus, Karl Lagerfeld, just to name a few. She started her runway show season this in September with Moschino, Chanel, Balmain, and Jeremy Scott, where she closed the show, which is a very dubious honor because the model that closes the show has to capture everyone's attention for the entire rest of the time because there's no one coming after. So she has to epitomize and be like an explanation point for the collection, which you were, thank you. And besides being stunning on the catwalk, she's been stunning on the red carpet. If anyone didn't see her on numerous red carpets, especially the Grammys, which she was flawless, I say please look this up on Google. And to quote a song which may not have been written about her, but surely has been sung to her, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I like it. Bella Hadid, please come receive the honor of Best Model.
Okay, so I've cried like 7 times already. Also, Brandon, I might pass out too. So I don't really know if I want to wing this or not, but I'm just going to open this piece of paper. So thank you, Daily Front Row, wrong one. They talk shit about me. So So thank you for recognizing me and putting me on this list next to so many incredible and talented people. I've looked up to Carl and Corrine, Gaga, everybody that's here for so long as I've been in fashion. I can't say enough thank yous to everyone in this industry that has supported me, believed in me, and forced me to be the best me I possibly could be. I was here last year with no makeup on, supporting my sister as her little sister, and it's crazy to be here a year later winning this award because, I worked really hard this year, but I didn't think I'd be standing in front of you. You guys are really scary right now. I'm like, I might pee my pants. I'm not wearing pants. Thank you, Jeremy. So thank you to my mom and dad for giving birth to me and loving me and supporting me my whole life, no matter what. I'm so happy my mom, who's my guardian angel, is here tonight. Such a huge deal for me, and I'm so proud of her for being here. Both of my parents basically showed me what it takes to be financially independent and to kind of stay on my own, and they worked their whole lives to give us a life that we live. So I feel really blessed to have this as my job and be here in front of you guys, and it's crazy to be recognized as Model of the Year, but good and bad, I guess I did something right. So I'm going to open this again because I don't remember anything. Thank you to my agent, Anne, for making sure we decide everything that's good and great and looking out for me. And thank you to my beautiful brother and sisters for being my best friends and being here, all of you, a million. I have like 200 brothers and sisters, so thank you for all being here. Yeah, and all the extras, Step and X-Step and all those things. So thank you for bringing the brightest lights in my whole life and teaching me. My sister, Alana, is my stylist, basically. Since I was young, I always learned things from her, and Marielle for just being her beautiful self. Gigi for... You saw her already. I can't even explain. So she's great. And my little brother for, I swear he's going to win some style icon in the next year. He looks crazy right now. Oh, and Jesse, Joe, and Lori. I love you, wherever you are. I'm so blessed to be able to call this my job and the work the way I do. But I wouldn't be where I am without all of you guys, even though you're really scary right now. So thank you, and thank you to all the stylists, photographers, hairstylists, makeup artists, manicurists, crew, everybody that's always with us on set, for giving me the energy at 9 p.m. to get the last shot. I guess it's always worth it, and even though I'm exhausted, I love my job, and thank you.
Legendary supermodel and LA local Angela Lindvall is here to present the Emerging Designer Award to Baja East designers Scott Studenberg and John Targan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing like a breath of fresh air. Presenting the Emerging Designer Award to Scott and John of Baja East brings me great pleasure because they represent just that. Their fresh voice and crisp vision brings a new wave to fashion, languid luxury. So their collection is comfortable chic, soft satin, cool chiffon, cozy cashmere, clothing for the modern-day gypsy who wants just a little bit more. The genius of their work is found in their ability to balance both worlds. The relaxed sensibility of Baja California cool, combined with the East Side vibe of city streets in a worldly savoir-faire. In fashion, if fashion is a reflection of our times, Scott and John are helping to establish a new perspective. Their ambisexual approach shakes up social constructs and speaks to both men and women alike, blurring social genders. Which, by the way, this look was worn on the runway by a pretty buff man, untailored for me, so. The fluidity of their designs rebel against the restrictive bondage dress, and they prove that fine tailoring shouldn't solely be saved for suiting. It's only been 2 years since the inception of their line, but these two are not new to the scene. Scott worked closely with Albert Albaz at L'Homme Vent, and Scott with Phoebe Fallot at Celine. Learning the ins and outs of dazzling design and brilliance in business, their powers combined created Baja East. You already know them and love them. They've dressed many of you in this room: Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, and Bella Hadid. Their voice is one that we look forward to see in the future. I'm thrilled to present the Emerging Designer Award to the talented, charming, not to mention gorgeous, John Tarragon and Scott Studenberg of Baja East.
Hi. We're super stoked to be here. This is an incredible honor to be in this room around people that have supported us from the get-go, down to writers like Booth Moore, to, of course, our family and friends who are here, Alan, Sharon, Elaine. Our one person, we have one employee that we do this all with, Solgi Choi, she's here. So it's an incredible honor to be in such a love-filled room.
It's also surreal because 2.5 years ago, I'm seeing Albert for the first time right now. We were leaving, I was saying goodbye to him as I was leaving L'Homme Vent. I worked there for 5.5 years, and he's just like, follow your dreams. And it has been a dream every day. Every other day something crazy happens, like just something amazing. I mean, we're also putting out fires, and like we're on a bridge held up with chopsticks every day. But with the support of kind of almost everyone in this room, I mean, Jean, you were one of the first stylists to come see us, you know, like, Booth, you wrote about us right in the beginning. Pam, you're walking off set in huge cashmere things. I mean, I don't know, like, the fact that, like, Pamela Anderson's even putting on, like, a big, huge, chunky cashmere thing and wanted to go eat at Crossroads and is, like, kind of major. Like, we never thought that was going to happen.
You know, yeah, and when we set out, we have to so backtrack for 1 second because we have to thank The Daily. We have to thank Maybelline, Eddie Brandusa, The Daily. We have to thank Lisa Carvalho from Maybelline because you have championed us since our second season. And Maybelline has just been there in our corner the whole way, and so thank you so much for being our godmother of sorts. And that is what this industry boils down to for us. Is it's the point of the people that inspire you and get you going. And we set out to do something very new in many ways, which was, you know, kind of deconstruct the idea of gender and be the rebellion against the bandage dress and give people the permission to try something new.
Feeling sexy in a different way. Yeah. Maybe you can. Like, Angela's so comfortable tonight. She's in like this silky, sparkly velvet. And yeah, it was on this like tall, buff dude in our show. We didn't even have to alter it for it. It was kind of major.
And then we'll just borrow one quick quote from Gaga, which is, our clothes inspire, like, they give you inner peace. And so if you can have clothes that give you inner peace, why not roll with the Baja lifestyle? That's probably how it's going to go. Anything else?
We'd also love to thank, like, all the girls who've worn us, the guys who've worn us. I don't know, John, thank you for being my best friend. We've been best friends for, like, we saw that for 14 years. And we would just be driving around we were both sales directors, and we'd be driving around, like, in LA or Chicago or whatever, and we'd, like, link up because Celine and L'Homme Vent, it was, like, the same calendar schedule. So we'd, like, kind of, like, partner up and just go, like, kind of, like, hang out while we were working. And we'd be like, we should just start our own thing, shouldn't we? We should, right?
Yeah.
We should. And all of a sudden, we're up here. So It's
from,
a dream
from a
come
studio
true.
apartment, literally alternating between the couch and the bed.
That was crazy.
To
We
this
lived in my
room.
studio on Wall Street, and we would like switch off. Like I'd sleep on the couch one night, John would sleep on the bed.
Because
that
you
was
had
like
a
for
trick.
months. And now we still live together. We live and work together. We need an office. Are there any investors out here? Okay.
All right, that's
Okay.
it. We'll see you
You can
tonight.
call us.
You know it. The best thing in the world is when you get to present an award to one of your closest friends. What's even more fun is I get to introduce to you not one, but two of my favorite ladies in LA, making it double the fun and a real trio of love. Here is Kate Hudson, who will present Best Jewelry Designer to Jennifer Meyer.
Fashion. So that changed while I sat. Hi! Is it good? Yeah. Is it totes fine? There's a lot of love in this room tonight. That's a really wonderful thing to see. A lot of people showing up for their besties. And this is exciting for me because I get to present my oldest friend with an award. And when I say oldest, I mean literally she's my oldest friend because I was a fetus and she was a little toddler. And from meeting her as a fetus to standing here today, let's just say we've shared, oh my God, I can't look at her, I'm gonna start crying. We've shared a lot together. We went to the same schools, we traveled to the same holiday destinations, and the reality is that we were forced to be friends because her dad was my mom's agent. So that's an LA story. That is a total LA story. Because that's what we did. We met because our parents worked together. And then it stuck. And here we are 36 years later. And celebrating her success as a designer and a businesswoman. I remember when she told me that she was going to start making jewelry. And she came to me and she brought this little perfect leaf, a little gold leaf. And she was like, what do you think? And I was like, I think it's amazing. She goes, I think I'm going to start doing jewelry. I'm going to do this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And for Jen, it was like just what she wanted to be doing. She was always like, her aesthetic was always very specific. Since grade school. Oh, that's another thing. God. It's like, and then J-Lo was like doing this, and like, it's like a whole thing. So we went to school together, all like grade school. She was a couple years older than me, and like I was saying, that her aesthetic was always very specific. All like from grade school, except when we were in, we had to wear uniforms. She's starting to hide her hands. We had to wear uniforms because it was supposed to be a Catholic school, even though we were both Jewish. And that's another LA story. But I would look, and we had this thing called Flagline where we would do the prayer, which they don't do anymore for political reasons, and we would do the Pledge of Allegiance. And I remember like seeing Jen, like as we got older, like the skirt just started to get higher and higher and higher and higher, and I was like, she's shaving her legs. That's a best friend. From that age, literally, and then I remember going up to her and go, do you shave your legs? And she's like, I'm shaving my legs. And I was like, can you teach me how to shave my legs? And she's like, I'll teach you. So, we had her. Anyway, that's what I'm doing here tonight because she's turned into this incredible. Well, first, she's an amazing mother, and that's another thing. To be a mom, a great loyal friend, a good wife. I hope she's a great wife. I'm sure she is, great wife. And to run a business, a successful business, it's a lot. And to stay like present and together for everybody, and it's an amazing thing. And then to have the kind of loyalty as a friend in a town like this, and by the way, in a world like this, to have loyalty is and to be that loyal is just it's really special. And you heard a lot about that tonight. It really is about sticking with your friends and sticking with them from the beginning to the bitter end, and how we support each other, to cheerlead each other, to continue to reach our success. Most importantly, our emotional success, as you guys were talking about. And then we get to come here and celebrate a success of brands and their artistic vision and getting it out there, and then the follow through. It's a really, really wonderful, amazing thing to be able to witness that, to be an observant of that with someone you've known literally your entire life, and then to watch them give back. I think that's one of the things I love about Jen the most, is that she's taken her platform and the things that she loves in her design and the fun stuff of everything that it is, but she's always has the mentality of someone who wants to give back to her community, who wants to always be reaching outward to see what she can do to bring awareness to all of the different organizations that she's a part of. So anyway, I could talk and I could do all little like tidbits and stories and stuff, but I think they told me only to speak for 1 to 3 minutes. So, without further ado, my very first bestie, Jennifer Meyer. Oh, for Best Jewelry Designer.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't write anything. Terrible. I started to write things and I couldn't think, so I just decided off the cuff. First of all, thank you, the Daily Front Row. I really appreciate this award. And to Kate, my first best friend, that is for sure. I was trying to think of fashion stories and something to bring this all back with me and Kate, and I think I remember Kate was probably in 10th grade and I was in 12th, and we were in high school together and we were meeting for lunch. Our high school was in an alley and we were meeting for lunch, and I didn't know where Kate was, and I said, "Where's Kate?" Oh, no. And they said, she got sent home. I said, "She got sent home? What happened?" That's really true. What did she do? What happened? They were like, her skirt was too short. And it's true.
My dress was see-through.
Yeah, it was see-through and too short. It was like a Courtney Love.
I learned from the best.
Courtney Love era type thing. But I have to say that it is true. All these friends here and people that love each other so much, and Kate is one of those friends that is, yeah, she's there in the good times, but it really counts because she is there in every time, every hard time, every scary time. She's there for advice, she's there for love, she's there to make you laugh. And in a moment like this, when you need your friend to sort of show up for you and you need to ask them a favor, she's like, what do you mean? Obviously, what do you want me to do? Tell me time, tell me place. I'm making sure I'm there, I'm changing my entire schedule. And that's just how you are, and I love you so much, and thank you. So again, I didn't write anything, but I'm going to just try and do this really fast. I remember when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I had the most amazing grandma in the world who designed a lot of amazing things, one of them jewelry, and I always wanted to be like her. And Toby, who was my boyfriend at the time, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life, and he kept on saying, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And I always, from the moment I met him, looked up to him because he came from nothing and created all of this whole life for himself. And I always thought, well, I came from such a blessed world. How can I create that? I didn't think I could do anything on my own. And I always just looked up to him. And he said, "Well, what do you want to do? Just say it. Just say it. I know it's in your heart. Just say it." And I said, "Well, I want to design jewelry." And he's like, "Do it. Just do it." And I was like, "I don't know how to do it." And he's like, "Just do it. Either you do it or you don't do it. Either it works or it doesn't work. But if you don't follow your dreams, then what are you going to do?" So I was like, okay. And I remember telling my dad that I was going to design jewelry, and I think he was still trying to get me to be an agent. But and I did it, and I made these pieces, and it was amazing to see people wear them, and all of a sudden you realize, follow your dreams, because things can happen and your dreams can actually come true. And I look out and I have the most incredible friends in the entire world that wear my jewelry and support me, and I don't take it for granted. Believe me, when I see someone wearing my jewelry, still in the office, I'm jumping up and down, I'm looking at photos, I'm screenshotting them, I'm Instagramming it. I'm as excited as I was the first day. And I'm also so appreciative for my amazing team, Caitlin, who's here with me today. I couldn't do it every day without them. They are just, they make me successful. I mean, thank God. And my incredible family, my parents, all three of you, who are here, who have supported me in all my craziness. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but this is such an honor, especially to be here with all of you guys and get this award. And thank you so much, so much, so much for making this happen.
I know that you just got your award, and I'm not presenting you your award, but I just want to take this moment to say, just to echo what Kate said, I am so happy for you that you got this award tonight. You truly are. You're not only an amazing designer, but like Kate was saying, you're such a good friend. You're someone who supports women, and that's so important. You are the first person to call me when I was pregnant. You were the first person to say, here's my baby nurse, here's my business plan. Like, you're so open and supportive, and the world could use more women like you in the world. So it's such an honor to watch you get this award tonight. It truly is. It is. I also want to say that right before Jen came downstairs, because we got ready tonight, she likes to play Bad to the Bone right before she goes out. So anyway, that's just a little, you guys can think about that. All right. Our next presenter rarely flies to LA, but he made an exception for one of his closest friends who's receiving a very important award tonight. He's one of the most beloved designers in the world, and his career has been a series of triumphs. All of us who love fashion have at least one of his extraordinary designs hanging in her or his closet. Here is Albert Elbaz to present Ava Chow with Fashion Innovator.
My own company, and then again but then again, like, Steve Jobs was fired, so it's fine. You know, when I was preparing I was asking Eva, because I have all the time in the world, I was asking Eva, how long is the speech? And she said 2 minutes. And I thought, you know, Sunday night, Hollywood, Los Angeles, fashion, let's do it short and glossy. And I'm sitting here, and you know, when I'm in Paris, every time we think of the red carpet in Los Angeles, you think about the land of plastic, and I'm not talking credit card. And one of a sudden, I'm sitting here, and I'm listening to all these speeches, and I'm like feeling like in the Bollywood movies, you know, I'm like crying. I hear like Gigi crying, and here is, I mean, where are you? Brandon, I love the fact you're chubby, I can't tell you. Just love it. And Jeremy, I appreciate the décolleté. I love it as well. And I'm sitting here and I'm feeling, you know, fashion is really like a fucked up family, a bit dysfunctional, but really like a family. We're here, so much love, so much emotion, so much generosity. Everyone does things for the other just to help. I'm here and I'm listening to the speech of Scott and John. 2 partners, 1 worker, and it's American company. And how beautiful is that? I mean, this is a dream. Anyway, so here are the 2 minutes. Just before coming here, I was actually sitting in Paris having coffee with a friend, and she told me, you know, Albert, you'll have a problem because people in LA don't like double chin. And I said, like, what do you mean? She said, they will never talk to you if you have a double chin. And I said, how about the rest of the package? She said, that you have a problem. So I ran to a great dermatologist in Paris, you know, the one that everybody goes to. And I was there, and I was actually asking for help. I had like 48 hours to get rid of that. electrify my chin. I mean, it was so painful. It cost me a fortune, and that's the best I could do. You know, that's the best. So whoever wants to take a picture. But you know what? I've been here for 3 days, and I've been talking to so many people, and everybody answers, and everybody talks to me back. So I guess my friend was wrong. And that's probably what I love about this city of Los Angeles, the best city in the world. I came here tonight to present the Fashion Innovator Award to Eva, the one and only Eva Chow. Eva and Michael, I did it really short, Eva, because you told me it's 2 minutes, but I can extend. Eva and Michael Chow, the coolest couple in Hollywood, the coolest couple in Los Angeles, hosting President Obama in their gorgeous house. I saw the house, I almost died. I mean, chairing LACMA, the art and film event, and raising just this year for the museum $4.5 million. Wow. Eva is our icon, the most inspiring muse to all of us designers and artists around the world, with her exquisite taste and singular vision. Eva is our queen of style. She is a true style icon. Eva is a super amazing, loyal friend to so many of the artists and so many of the designers. She can listen to you and give you the most inspiring and the most rational advices, and always when you need her. Eva is also the best mother to the one and only and gorgeous Asia. And I always said that if I was ever pregnant again, I would love to have a daughter just like Asia. Now, if you really want to know Eva, you just have to go with her to a small Korean restaurant in a small little street, in a small little table. You'll order a lot of food, and then you'll talk about life. And then she'll make you dream, and she'll make you think, and she'll always tell you the truth, and only the truth. Eva, we love you. God bless the Queen. Come, I made you something from Paris. Here you go.
Well, thank you, Albert. You know, good friends.
Hold on, I'll leave it here and I go to sit.
Yes. The most important thing, and I think the biggest awards I have in my life are my friends. And like tonight, Albert came all the way from Paris to give me this award, which I have to be honest, I didn't know really much about, but I knew Steven, I knew Gaga and Karine and everybody who was here, and thank you, Brandusa. So I want to say that fashion, obviously, is very, very important part of all of our lives. It always has been and it always will be. I stopped working about 21 years ago being a fashion designer, and I know how hard and difficult it is to make it in fashion world. Very difficult to start, very difficult to keep it up, and very, very difficult to hang in there season after season after season. And like Albert and like a lot of you here work very hard for what you do to make other people look great and make world go around, and season after season is a very, very hard work. So it's an amazing thing that Brandusa, you're doing this award to celebrate people who's working hard in whether it's a designer or a stylist or iconic person like Gaga, Karine, who's veteran and a very, very inspiring person in our fashion world, Steven Gann. So I accept this word thinking, although I'm not doing and being in fashion, as a person who really appreciate everything what fashion represents in our lives. And I like to thank my family, and especially my
daughter, who, like, I'm gonna get emotional when I start speaking about my girl, but who I love and adore and be the best friend, my best friend. So thank you, everybody, and congratulations to all that who's being honored tonight, and have a great evening. Thank you.
From an amazing designer and a true innovator, we now move to Fed, one of the most celebrated visionaries in the fashion world. Someone that not only creates unbelievable fashion pages, but has brought together the most talented people in the world in his magazine, V, which is really a collectible fashion Bible. This year, he's accomplished one of the most extraordinary feats, getting the busiest woman in the world to edit the entire issue of his magazine. Let's welcome Stephen Gann, who will present the Editor of the Year Award to Lady Gaga for V99.
Hello, everybody. Has anyone in this room checked Lady Gaga's Instagram account lately? Anyone who has read her bio on it might notice that she calls herself a jazz art, pop, punk, actress, fashion magazine editor, and columnist. She's a woman of many talents, and I've had the honor of working with her to expand that resume. 1 year ago, during Paris Fashion Week in March 2015, over casual drinks with Bobby Campbell one late night in Paris, Brandon, you were there too, I said, well, maybe it's time for Gaga to edit her own issue of V magazine. After all, I did my background research with Gaga's mom, Cynthia, and found out that she had taken journalism classes at NYU. And from her regular column in V called the Gaga Memos, I could tell this girl just had so much in her. Bobby answered me saying, great, when? Next Jan, Feb would be great, as that's a quiet period for us. Almost 1 year later, as you all witnessed, Gaga won the Golden Globes on January 10th. The issue hit stands the very next day, January 11th. And within the following 4 weeks, she did the Super Bowl, her glowing Bowie tribute at the Grammys, and that incredibly moving performance at the Oscars. So much for that quiet period for some editorial work, Bobby. For the months of September, October, November, and December in 2015, Gaga came by the office to meet with the editorial team. We met again at last-minute shoots we threw together, and she would text me late at night at 1 a.m. Yours was coming at 3 a.m., saying she'd prefer this cover over that, or that she thought this story needed this or that. I would often fall asleep to text messages that said things like, get Carl to send his damn text in. Or here's another one. Everyone can pack up their bags and go home when that picture comes out. She was tough, ballsy, and demanding, as a good editor should be. She also wrote 90% of the text in the issue. One morning I woke up with another text message that read, Taylor and I have just done the 16th cover. Let's sell this one and give it all to charity. So as you can see, Gaga was always thankful and grateful and gracious. And it's a very important thing I wanted to say tonight. The text message that came in from her the day the issue hit stands read, I am so proud of what we have done and so happy to be standing here with you. Gaga's issue of V magazine, issue 99, was so well received it sold out through 2 printings and had to be printed 3 times. At times like this, when people call print a dying industry, it's quite a breakthrough. Gaga, as far as I'm concerned, you could revive the magazine industry with your vision, the way I thought that you would so easily revive the eyewear industry with how many sunglasses you wore when I first met you. So tonight it's with great pleasure that I can return your sentiment in person. My dearest Gaga, I'm so proud of what we've done, and I'm so happy to be standing here with you. I want the world to know this too. No matter how intense those nightly conversations would become over the issue, you never failed to throw in the "How are you feeling tonight?" text before signing off, which always made me feel like you were watching over me. What you have shown me by doing this issue with me, you've shown me that magazines are still a premier form of expression and an irreplaceable platform for creativity. And that good issues, when we look back in time, will be time capsules more than just being vessels of our ideas. And in words and images, they will also always remind us of where we were in our lives while we were putting them together. One last thought to leave you with tonight, Gaga. I think that like the sharpest copy editor's pen in history, you leave a permanent mark on everything and everyone you touch. Gaga, you're still the girl I met over sushi in the East Village 7 years ago, and you're like a sister to me today. You seem to excel at everything you apply yourself to, and tonight, you don't just make me proud, you make the media industry proud. So may I now present the Editor of the Year, Lady Gaga.
Thank you so much to the Daily Front Row. Thank you, Brandusa and Stephen. This is just slightly uncomfortable for me because, you know, there are so many incredible fashion magazine editors all over the world, you being my favorite. And I have not been doing this for very long, and I'm very passionate about it. And this is an extremely, extremely generous award. Thank you so much. But nobody in fashion would know about me if it wasn't for you. I mean, I don't think one person. I think the first person that I met was you. You were you were that beacon of light of a place for me where I could belong in this kind of crazy commercial industry where I just didn't belong anywhere. But in this room, you know, we're all really strange. So you gave me a place to belong. You've connected me with people that are now friends who are not just collaborators, but just tremendously generous artistic people. I have to say thank you to Carl and to Eddie. I have to say thank you to my friend Daphne Guinness, to Stephen Klein, to Alexander McQueen, and the wonderful photo that Stephen Klein gave us of him that no one had ever seen before. Isabella Blow, Inez Invenude. We honored Philip Tracy as well, as he made a very sweet hat for my dog Asia. It's supposed to make you laugh. He always taught me, Philip, that about Izzy. He always talked to me about her. I think that these stories that I've heard from these friends I've made over the years in the fashion industry, they have just kept me going. It's people that come together to do nothing else but to make beautiful things for each other and to celebrate in that moment each other's talents, push each other to be better. I wanted to do something with this issue that showed the family in the fashion industry. There is one. And there are some people that will pay you to wear a dress. I won't be paid to wear anything. I will only wear the things that were made with heart and soul for me. And these people that were in this magazine, they are incredibly intelligent, artistic people that embrace their darkness, embrace their souls, embrace a part of their self that many people are very afraid of and are very ashamed of. And for that reason, they all gave me a place in the world, and I really wanted to kind of line them up in all their glory and say thank you. And also, I like to break rules. And when I first called Stephen about this, he said, I need you to start coming up with some concepts. I need some concepts. So just like send me a tear sheet, or we got to have a conference call. So I sent him a text message, and I said, well, I'd like to reunite Karl Lagerfeld and Eddie Slimane for the first time in 20 years. And he just wrote, no. Impossible. Are you kidding me? And I said, what do you mean, Stephen? Come on. They'll do it. I know. I believe it. I believe they want it to happen. Let's do it. This would be wonderful. It would be healing. It would be beautiful. It would be like an olive branch, something that could remind people that the business, is just so secondary to the fact that you're all just incredibly imaginative people that all equally deserve to be here. I would like to give this to you. Because I just would have so fewer friends without you. I mean, I would never have met Corinne. I never would have become close with Eddie. I would have not become close with Karl. I wouldn't have had the confidence to go after it on my own. So thank you. And I do take fashion editing seriously. I've said before that I will never be a fashion designer because I respect you all too much. But I would really love to do what I believe I do best within this community, which is love and adore artists completely. I think you all have something so beautiful to offer, and unfortunately, I think sometimes in this business, politics and advertising and, getting all the credits in for the issue, I think that these things can get in the way of the intention of a concept, the intention of an issue, the intention of what you're looking for to accomplish when you are making a statement. It doesn't feel authentic to me if someone is trying to sell me something while they're also making fantasy. I want to not think at all about being sold anything. There's so many people trying to do business all the time. We're in Los Angeles. Everywhere we go, everybody wants to know who you're working with, what you're doing, how can we work together. And what I really love about the people here is, I've just never made $1 with you, and I love you so much. I mean, just not $1, and I don't care. Not one. I mean, I am so rich in spirit. Because, my God, the things that I've seen with you, that photograph of Eddie is one of my favorite things I think I've ever seen. That photo that Karl took of him, I don't think I'll ever recover from the tears that I cried the day that you sent that to me. And my team, Bobby Campbell, my manager, thank you for being the other wonderful man in my life. I think that no one would know that I could sing if you weren't in my life. And thank you, Brandon, again. I love you. Sarah Tano, my makeup artist. Frederick Asperis, my longtime hair guru. Patty Wilson, I thank you to her for working on this issue. Anna Trevlin, an also extremely gifted young stylist. Chadwick Tyler, an incredible photographer, strange, uncomfortable, provocative. Just thank you for, trusting me and letting me in here. I don't get let in everywhere. So this is really wonderful. And I also have to say that it's really so nice to see such, lovely women all up here tonight supporting each other and saying nice things to each other. I just, as a side note, it is a very cutthroat industry, and seeing all the love, it reminds you that family and friendship is more important than anything. And if you don't have that when you're working together, you might as well not work at all.
For our last award of the night, Fashion Icon, that we honor the greatest talent of them all, the king of fashion, Karl Lagerfeld. What you might not be expecting is that here to present the award is his godson, Hudson. Someone Karl affectionately calls the Shirley Temple of fashion. Let's welcome Hudson Kronig.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hudson. I'm here to present the Fashion Icon Award to Karl Lagerfeld. He's the best designer in the world, and he's my godfather. And Karl cannot be here tonight because Los Angeles is very far from France. So to receive the award for Karl, may I present to you all Lady Gaga.
Take it up on that thing. Karl couldn't be here tonight, and he asked me to pick this up. You did such a good job. I loved that. It was very pastiche. He is a wonderful visionary, and you're absolutely right. Greatest designer in the world. I know that he will be so grateful for this, and I will send him your love.
Well, the night has come to an end. This has been an incredible night. So many talented people, so many visionaries. It has been so much fun. We've got cocktails, possibly other things. I don't know the guests here. But have a fun night and celebrate. See you next year.